Okay, so I think I prematurely replaced the relay holders because the problem was on the ground side of the fuel pump. Anyway, I've learned something about how the system works now, so I'm happy about that. And I'll just replace all the female spade connectors on the old relay holders, and I'll put that back in again and keep the others as spare, or I might just keep the original ones as a spare. Okay, the issue that I'm having with my microbus, well, firstly I put a VW 2-liter 8-valve AGG motor in my microbus, and I still haven't changed the digifan ECU computer. I'm still going to do that at a later stage, and I'm going to do the Speeduino. But first I'm going to sort out a few issues. So one of the issues that I have at the moment is that my fuel pump doesn't switch on, and I had to put a bypass switch, which I'm using. So it's happened about 3 times over the years. I kind of clean things up and it just it happens again. So what I've done, I've changed, well, the relay is not a problem, so I've changed the holders. You can see these are the ones that I've put two in, and now it still doesn't work. So I'm going to trace the wiring. I'm going to make sure that the signals coming to the relays are fine, and I don't have an extension for this. So here's the here's the drawings. You see there's the two relays that I spoke about. The, what does it say, digifan control unit relay and the fuel pump relay. So you'll see the signal comes in from track 14. Here's track 38. Comes in from track 14 and it jumps from control unit to the fuel pump relay. So if we go to track 14, we will see where that comes from. So I can go straight to the source. You see, here's track 14 and there's 38. You can see that track 38. It's a black wire and it's from the ignition coil. So from the ignition coil, I'm looking for that black wire going out there to 38, and if I get that signal there, then I'll measure on the relay to see that the signal is there. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. Well, first thing that I'm going to do is just to check which relay is from the digifan control unit and which one is the fuel pump. I'll mark that and then I'll continue the video. Okay, so looking at the drawing again on the fuel pump relay, you can see there on the red wire going into pin 30 is connected to the digifan control relay, and that comes from track 5. And if we look for track 5, here we'll see is from the alternator. See, it goes there to track 35. The red wire goes to track 35, and go back to 35. There we go. That's the red wire coming in there. That goes to pin 30, and after the relay has made contact when you start the vehicle, then the relay will close, the switch will close, and power will be sent through to the red white wire, which goes to the fuel pump. Hope my finger wasn't in the way there. So if we come over, you'll see there's the red and yellow wire. After the relay switches, so this is the red wire coming in that gets split between the digivent control relay and the fuel pump relay, and we'll check that now. So you'll see there's power on that side, but it doesn't go through yet because the relay is not activated. So I'm going to start the vehicle and we'll see this light on this measuring tool will go red, just like the side here. So there's constant power on there, but nothing on the other side. Okay, so let's start the van. Okay, there's my switch that I put in, temporary switch. Now we'll see there's still power. I'll just connect this to ground. Okay, so I've identified that black and white will be on the digivent and red and yellow on the fuel pump. Just zoom out. Here we go. Black and white on the digivent, red and yellow on the fuel pump. So if I go here, there's the red and yellow coming in there. So that's the fuel pump. I marked that with some insulation tape. And what did I say? Black and yellow. That's on the digivent relay. You can see that here's the old relay holder that I wasn't happy with. That was probably the original. Was definitely the original. There's the VW logos. So I've just had to change it. It's just, caused me too many issues. I will most probably change all the female spade connectors, and then I could reuse it again. But I tried spraying that electrical contact and it's just causing some issues. So for that I'll do at a later stage. I just needed to get things going for now. Okay, so now the first thing is I'm going to go to the coil, and then I'll just measure the signal on the coil if it goes to the relay. So I'll do that now. I'm just going to get out my multimeter or my other measuring tool. Okay, I've been saying red yellow all the time. I'm be colorblind, man. That's a red white. So that's the signal going out to the fuel pump. It's the red white wire, which is correct because here on the diagram you can see it's the red white wire going out to the fuel pump, and there's a brown green wire on the negative side. And if we go under the vehicle to check, you'll see these are the two wires. There's the brown green wire, but here's a white wire. So where did they make this connection? Well, let me just check to see if there is a signal coming from that relay to here. If not, I'm gonna have to find out where this connection was made. I'm gonna switch the vehicle on, and then we'll do that measurement. stand again. Okay, I did a bit of research, found out that the fuse, or it's unfused. So, let me just measure to make 100% sure. I want to leave the ground wire on. Okay. So we didn't get anything on the ground green, and I just want to make 100% sure again that we got that signal on that white one. I'm gonna start the van. Yeah, we do get that signal on the white wire. So I'm going to put that there, then it should start. That comes straight from the battery. I'll just have to find the earth point for that. Okay, so that's it. So that wire is connected. It was done afterwards by probably the previous owner, and that works. So the switch is off, that's not connected. I might just leave this here just in case I have an issue down the line, but I have to find out what's going on with this green and brown wire, why it's not making a proper earth. I'll have to try and press that.